Shalom and welcome to our second JavaScript tutorial 2025, the year of the rapture. I'm gonna try to do this last tutorial before the rapture, and hopefully I'm gonna get code too, because the Lord gave me also my little rapture confirmation. I'm gonna keep it for myself. And I just want to say that I was also praying for a sign or a dream about the rapture, and the Lord was faithful. On the 17th of September, He gave me my beautiful sign. So right now I'm just trying to focus on something else, while I'm waiting for our Lord. All right, last week we started JavaScript without even giving a definition for those who have no idea about what JavaScript is. And we started last week. Let me get that up. So here are the outputs. That was the introduction. And then the Fibonacci sequence as money mantra. And then a prayer for the rapture to the Lord. Okay, now let's move on. All right, let's start. It's never too late. Let me just give the definition just for those who don't know. JavaScript is an object-oriented computer programming language. It's also a just-in-time compiled, commonly used to create interactive, effective effects within web browsers. Now, if that still sounds like Chinese or Russian for you, my friend, then just let me show you concrete examples on two different easy websites. So for instance, here I have this complete solar system animation I did show before, and this is the code. This is an HTML file, and this is the code of it. And when we scroll down, because here we have the foundation of the HTML, everything you have inside the head, and then the CSS for the decoration of your website, and you need to style it. It's called CSS. And down here we don't have any JavaScript for this website. This is one page website about the solar system, and when we scroll down and we are inside the body, at the end of the style and the end of the head tags, we have the body, and inside the body we have a div class, but we don't have any script, which means we don't need any JavaScript on this website. So now when we go live, because I went live before, but I'm going to go there again. Okay, here this is the output of the complete solar system. I hope you recognize all the planets. Here is the Earth. This is Earth here, and the other planets, and here inside is the sun. Okay, this is our solar system. And for the coding of the HTML, the web page, we didn't need any JavaScript. Okay, now I'm going to show you a different website, one page website, where JavaScript is needed. All right, so here we have another website. This is also one page website, but here of course we have the same elements because we need that for all website, and we have the styling here, the CSS. And when we go down here inside the body, we can see that we have a script. So you can see here at line 61 the start of the script tags, and down here the end of the script tag. And inside we have JavaScript. You see, this one has contains JavaScript, but the complete solar system doesn't need any JavaScript. Okay, let's go live and see. This is the website which contains, this one is called the wedding material quiz, and nobody's material, but it's just a quiz. We are going to do that also on JavaScript, but right now this is an HTML page, and here where we have the JavaScript, we can interact with the user. The user can just click here. For instance, if we want, we can answer the questions. Do you prioritize effective communication? You say yes. And are you emotionally supportive? You see, the user can interact. And then at the end you have an output. Congratulations, you are wedding material. Now, of course, if you say no everywhere, you're not going to be wedding material. This is the HTML page where the user can interact on your website. But on the other one, on the solar system, the user has, no opportunity to interact. Just, watch and shut up and watch. You see, this is the difference between a website which needs the functionality of JavaScript and a website which doesn't need one. This is what I wanted to show, just for those who don't know why JavaScript was created and why we need that. Okay, this is good to know. This is important to know for those who are beginning with JavaScript. All right, so today we want to do something else. We are going to do also 3 different functions. Today is the 20th, 3 days left before the rapture of the bride of the Lord. Okay, let's start with an easy one. How about we wish somebody a happy birthday today? We never know, maybe somebody has birthday today. And if you want to wish a happy birthday to somebody on JavaScript, this is just one idea. You can of course type it in another way, but I'm just going to do an easy one. It's going to be a function, so let's make a comment because it's always good to make a comment. Wishing happy birthday to somebody. Let's start. So it's going to be a function. I hope now you know the pattern. I told you about the pattern last week. Function wish happy birthday. We're going to call it like this. Happy birthday. And here we need a name. Here we open the curly brackets. And let's start with the const. We have seen already the variable const before. Let's do that again. Message, const message is going to be equal, and here we need the backstick, the template literal, and here we write happy birthday. And here I hope you remember how we call the variable with a $sign, and let's get an exclamation and semicolon, and then we can here console.log, and here we're going to get the message. Semicolon everywhere on JavaScript, and here we can call the function wish. Actually, you can just take it from here so you don't make any typo. Control C, and we're just going to stick it right here. So this is our function, and here you can insert just the name, and you always need, not always, but most of the time, you need some quotation, single or double quotation. And here let's put a first name. Let's say Alice has birthday, and semicolon. You see, function wish happy birthday, the name. Const, our variable is going to be called message, and then you get your sentence. You don't forget how to call the variable, and then the console.log, and at the end you call the function. And now we can run and see. And here I'm gonna get a little bit more up, and we can see at the end, after the last 3 function, here we have it. I hope you can see happy birthday. So we are going to do the same thing we did last week. We are going to insert this line right here. I don't want to type it again. I'm just going to take it from here, console.log n/n for next line, so that we have more space again between all our function. So we're going to get it here, and when we run again, we have a space between the last 2 functions. Happy birthday, Alice. And of course, as usual, you can change the first name. Like here, you can make Patrick, for instance. You can have birthday too, and it's going to be updating. Okay, this is our first function for today. Okay, our second function is going to be a prime number check. Okay, what is a prime number? Of course, not everybody know that, but it's a whole number greater than 1 that cannot be exactly divided by any whole number other than itself and 1. For example, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, etc. are considered prime numbers. But if you don't know, you can make you can create such a function, which is going to help you to find out if a number is prime or not, and it's a function. So PrimeNumberCheck function. Okay, let's do that. This one is more challenging for beginners, but it's a very good one to know. Is prime. Here it's going to be n, just like by the Fibonacci function. We open the parenthesis, and it's going to be if. That's a good one because we are going to be using a for loop and also the if. So if n less or equal 1, we open. With if, we always have to open the parenthesis in JavaScript. So if n less or equal 1, we're going to say return false. And then after that, we can start with the for loop. For loop in JavaScript is always coming with the parenthesis 2. And here we're going to get for let I equal to semicolon. If I less or equal mass, we need mass, SQRT, square root, and in parenthesis n. Here we get a semicolon, I plus plus. We increment just like by the Fibonacci. We open the curly brackets. Let me make sure I made it right. And let I equal to I less or equal mass dot sqrt, square root, and then we implement I. And then here another if. Let's call them nested. I equal 0. We open the curly brackets again, and here we return false. After that, here we return true. Here we have to get another type of variable, and this one starts with let. We have seen the one starting with const keyword, and here this is a variable starting with let keyword. So here let number equal, let's put a 25 for instance here, and here we move on with if. Another if is, we have to ask if is prime, and here we get number, and with if we always have the parenthesis and the opening of the curly brackets. Then console log, console.log, here we get number, plus here we have to get some quotation. I'm going to get a space in here, is a prime number. That's it, and semicolon. Other than that, here we have to get else, the condition, and here I'm just going to take the same one as here and just insert something else inside, else, and here we make sure we respect the scopes. Else console.log number is not, going to get it big, not a prime number. Once we have that, hopefully I have no typo. Let me check. We can run, and it's going to tell us 25 is not a prime number. Here between the two functions, again, I'm going to get a console just for the separation, as usual here, so that we have some space between the two functions. I'll run it again, and here we have to move down and see the output. Now we have a space between, and here we can just make examples. Let's add a 0 here, 250. Let's see if it's prime or not. 250 is not a prime number. How about 2025 this year? And here is not a prime number. This time we want to see, let's see if we can get a yes, it's a prime number. 47 is a prime number. Now 470, is it a prime number or not? Is not a prime number. And now if I put let me put a 3 at the end and see, this one is a prime number. You can make single digit, or you can make 4-dimensional or whatever number you want. 4 is not a prime number. And here 9, for instance, is not a prime number. Let's put a 29, for instance, here is a prime number. So this is how you can check if a number is prime or not. Okay, this one is a little, let me show you the whole function again. This is a function called PrimeNumberCheck. This is how you can check, even with the number of your salary, if it's prime or not. Okay, and here before that we had the wishing of the happy birthday. Okay, these are good to know. Let's do a last one for today. That's gonna be enough for today. Let's do another function using a string this time. Let's comment it first. How about we do function reverse to reverse a string. Reverse a string function. All right, this one also is good to know. Reverse, and here string, camel case again, and let's call our string str. Always the same pattern. Here we want to return str dot split. You want to reverse something, so we need to split. Here I'm going to get some single quotation, and dot reverse is a method, and dot join with single quotations inside. Here we don't forget the semicolon, and after that we are going to use the keyword let for another variable here, which we are going to call let input str equal how about we can get a hello world to begin with, just for you to know what I'm talking about. What we want to reverse, hello world, and we get a semicolon here. So let input str hello world, and here let reversed str. We have to put it like this, in camel case. Reversed str equal reverse string, the name of our function, and input str. Did I do it right? Yes. So input, here I forgot the camel case here. Here it's very important. So let input str hello world, let reversed str equal reverse string input str. This is the name of our function here. Okay, so it's not finished. We have to console.log at some point and not forget semicolon. So we are going to console.log here, and let's get our double quotation, and here reversed string is what we want to print, and here we have to get the reversed str. Reversed str, just like above, reversed str, and here the semicolon. And when we print that, we should have, reverse the hello world. Let's run. And we have to go, let me get that up. So reversed string, this is what it gets. The hello world is going to look like that when it's reversed. DLRO ole. All right, let's play now. How about we put something else? Shalom, for instance. Shalom world, and we run. First of all, let me get the console.log here for the next line, for the separation. Console.log next line /n. So let's see what Shalom is going to give. Reverse string DLRO molas is the reverse of Shalom world. Here I can put just, for instance, my first name. You can reverse whatever you want, and then see what it gives. It's funny. That's a funny little game. Reverse string of my first name is Eliopoj Jofiel, and here you can put even a sentence. How are you doing today? Are you ready for the impact rapture? How about that? Let's see. This is the reverse version of what we just typed here inside. Okay, this is a cool game. I think it's enough for today. I just wanted, you know, to tutor for last time before the rapture, and then we'll see what's gonna happen. Let me just show you from the beginning what we did. Tutor number one was first the famous hello world, but here I did put goodbye world because in case of the rapture. And then we saw how to introduce yourself on JavaScript. Then we could see the example of the Fibonacci sequence as money mantra for life. And then today and then after that we could use a reusable function example with the prayer about the rapture. I hope you remember. And then we could today start the tutorial number 2 with happy birthday function, the prime number check, and the reverse string function. I did show you the two HTML files. I hope you like them. But we are going to do the same HTML wedding quiz also in JavaScript. Just in case I have time to do another one again before the rapture. If not, tant pis, because of course I prefer to go to the Lord than to do tutorials. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope you could learn something. God bless you, and I hope to see you in heaven. Bye bye.